So every album has that one song, which is a song for musicians. This song captures a musical idea, which is just so much fun. And that is the relationship between two incredible musical cities, New Orleans, the birthplace of jazz, and Havana, the birthplace of salsa and mambo and so many other sounds. And you take those two cities, and in one song, you visit them both. That's what happens in Woman in a Blue Dress. The song starts in New Orleans, and the instrument is the piano, the keyboard. You can feel that jazzy, funky bayou groove, you feel you're in New Orleans, and then it goes to Cuba. And it's a surprise. It's kind of like a wrench. It's like, what? One of the secrets of New Orleans music, but there's a little bit of Latin America in it. And that's pretty well known if you study. It's interesting to look at history not from a geopolitical perspective, but from a musical perspective. All these people came, the French, the Spanish, the British, they were in Havana, and that left a musical imprint that helped Havana become this incredible, pulsating melting pot and creator of fantastic music. And so satisfying to tell that story through music of how New Orleans and Havana became so significant musically. But there's another angle to Woman in a Blue Dress. It's actually a personal story. And this is a story that there was a woman in a blue dress. And it was something like this. I was living in El Salvador, and I had a friend in El Salvador, and I think that it's kind of no secret that I was in love with this woman. And this woman had said that you can kind of tell from the song, she was going to Spain, and I asked her to meet me. And it was one of these crazy things like, let's just meet in Barcelona in a square on this date. And I didn't think that she was going to come. She didn't think that I was going to come. So I went to Barcelona on that promise, and I showed up at this square on this day, and I thought, if she's not there, it doesn't, I love to know Barcelona. And there was this woman standing in the plaza wearing a blue dress, and it was her. And I was shocked by the surprise that she was there and that she was dressed so beautifully. She looked amazing, but also the way that she seemed the way that people around were responding, because everyone was looking at her saying, what's she here for? The mystery. And it kind of became a bit, I just hung back and I didn't approach her for a while. I just stood there staring at this scene, and it made me realize that this song has a deeper level. It talks a little bit about the kind of the mystery that is part of the femininity at some point. There's kind of a mystery there, not just to men, but just kind of there's that feeling that some parts of femininity are kind of mysterious and surprising. So that's a little bit about that as well. And it was kind of a woman in a blue dress, just in a scene as a metaphor for that. Woman in a Blue Dress, that's a song for musicians on the album